Yesterday, I watched the Carolina Panthers rout a great football team in the Arizona Cardinals by a score of 34-10, right? The Carolina Panthers are still in the playoff hunt as they now sit at 5-5, and they just defeated a great football team, which is great for the morale of their team. Overall, it should be a great confidence booster going forward to finish out the rest of the season. However, that's not my biggest takeaway from yesterday's game. My biggest takeaway is Cam Newton brings life to a football team. Regardless of what anyone has to say about him, we know he hasn't been Cam Newton of the MVP season in quite some time. We know, at times he's had his struggles, his ups and downs. But I'm going to tell you this, man. The energy he brings to a team is magnetic, and it seeps throughout the entire roster. And the man had 2 touches and scored on both of those touches. I'm watching them go for a rushing touchdown, breaking tackles. I'm like, man, Cam Newton is box office. He's big time, but he exudes a confidence that I think just goes throughout the rest of the roster. Last week, I'm watching Robbie Anderson get into a shouting match. He's not even a shouting match. He's hollering at Sam Darnold, right? And then this week, I see him looking more upbeat, smiling, looking like he's just, I don't know, he seems a lot more, his energy seems to be more positive, right? And I'm not saying it's solely due to Cam Newton, but I think the common denominator of it all is Mr. Cam Newton, right? I've been watching Cam's career closely since his days at Auburn University. I became a fan of his there. When I watched Cam come in, watched him win the Heisman Trophy, watch him lead them to a national championship, win the championship, I've been a fan since then. The aura around him is so immense that I think it has worked good. It's worked for the good and bad when it comes to Cam Newton. When Cam lost the starting job to to Mac Jones of the New England Patriots, I feel like the Patriots didn't keep him on the roster as a backup because his energy is so immense that eventually people were gonna, if Mac started to play bad or he was having struggles like all rookie quarterbacks do, the crowd was gonna call for Cam Newton to come to the game. Because I don't know what it is, he's electrifying. He's electrifying and people want to see him. They want to see what he can do at times when their team is going through some times of despair, at times when their team needs a confidence booster, at times when the team needs a kick. They want to see what Cam Newton can bring to the table. And so I think that Bill Belichick and the whole Patriots organization, they knew that. They didn't want Mac Jones feeling so much pressure on the sidelines. They didn't want him getting down when, things don't go well because the crowd was probably going to be rooting for Cam Newton to get into the game. And everybody, even the reporters, were going to be talking about it and amplifying it and so on and so forth if he played bad and Cam Newton came in and threw a touchdown pass. And so, I think that was the reason why he wasn't kept on the NFL roster, he wasn't kept on the New England Patriots roster because they were afraid of what the effect. How would that affect Mac Jones and his confidence, right? But nonetheless, man, I'm extremely happy for Cam Newton. He deserves to be in an NFL uniform, without question. There aren't 32 quarterbacks better than him. 32? No. Not at all. Not at all. When he first was released from the New England Patriots, I thought that Ron Rivera and the Washington football team would give him a look. That didn't happen. And, when he was released and he didn't get signed by Washington, I'm like, I don't know, what is the future of Cam Newton in the NFL? But one thing that I always knew was that quarterbacks get hurt in the NFL. We don't want it to happen. We don't want guys to get dinged up. We don't want guys to have season-ending injuries, but we all know it happens time and time again. So I'm like, well, it's only a matter of time before some key contributors, some guys, some teams that are trying to make a push, before somebody on that team gets hurt, a quarterback, and somebody has to call in a replacement. And when Sam Darnold went down, the first thought in my mind was, damn, how good would it be if Cam Newton returned to his former team? That's what I immediately thought that. How good of a story would that be? Now, I really didn't think that Carolina would do it. I was shocked that they did it, especially after they released him previously. But we all know they're trying to win as best as possible. PJ Walker's a starting quarterback right now, but they don't really believe in PJ like that. They don't. So why not give Cam Newton another shot, another crack at it to see what he can do. When I see him take that helmet, like the dude rushed for a touchdown, threw a touchdown. When I see him take off his helmet, I'm back. I'm back. He is excited. He's excited, man. And to watch him be so exuberant, like in the end zone and all that, I'm smiling like, man, that is Cam. He deserves another shot, another opportunity to try to do something and to try to make some type of waves in his career once again. Now, I'm hoping that Cam gets in. Now, this week he has to learn the plays better. You know, I knew he wasn't going to just be the starter off bat. You got to learn the plays better, got to learn the playbook, so on and so forth. But I would hope that the Panthers coaching staff would cater the offense around his abilities and not trying to give him the playbook cater for Sam Darnold. That's not the smart thing to do. You got to tailor your offense to whatever quarterback you have. And so I'm assuming that they're going to do that, which will bode well for Cam going forward. And he will be able to put on the best performances that he can. And at the same time, give him an opportunity to look good for any other teams that want to give him a deal out there. Whether it's Carolina or any other roster, any other team in the NFL. But I'm excited for Cam, man. He deserves this. When I'm watching him talk to his dad, Cecil Newton, on YouTube, it's looking like, man, I hope Cam gets another shot. But the way I'm watching these talking heads, you know, the way I'm watching them have dialogue about him and his game and his woes and so on and so forth, I'm like, man, I don't know. I don't know, man. I want him to get another shot, but are these teams, will they be willing to do so, knowing the personality that he has? He's not a bad person. Cam, to me, he seems like a really good, wholesome person, a wholesome individual. He's just so much of a star. He has so much star power that I think a lot of teams are afraid of it because they feel like, oh my God, is it going to hurt the next man, the next quarterback that we had, or is it going to be some type of conflict going on with the energy that he brings? The energy that he brings isn't bad at all. It's just he's so much of a star. He's so box office that there is a demand to see him immediately. There is a demand to have him on that field at all times. A lot of times, you know what I mean? So I don't know if the teams were nervous about that. But I'll tell you one thing. He the best option that the Carolina Panthers got right now. Hands down. No disrespect to PJ Walker. But we saw it. He's the best option that they got right now. And to me, even if Sam Darnold was healthy, Cam would be playing better than Sam Darnold to me. Sam started off pretty straight, but he's tailed off tremendously since then. Sam has been bad for the majority of the season. He's been bad. So why not see what Cam can do going forward, and let's see if they can make that playoff push. You know, it's doable. It's very doable in my opinion, but hey, it's all about how Cam performs, how his receivers perform, how the defense performs, and so on and so forth, man. So I'm not worried about the defense at all. You know what I mean? We just got to get the offense flowing. And let's see if Carolina can get the job done. But Cam seems to be happy to be back. Cam never wanted to leave in the first place. He never wanted to leave in the first place. And him going to New England, I don't think that was a really great look. It was a good look. If it worked out, it will make Bill Belichick look good. And Bill Belichick can say, see, look, I'll make everybody stars. I'll revive. Hey, I can do this with any and everybody. I can interchange quarterbacks and make them all look good. It will look good for Bill Belichick. But I thought in the long haul for Cam Newton, I don't know if that would be best. You know, you coming from an organization where the quarterback won 6 rings for them. And that organization, man, is championship or bust every single year. And if Cam didn't perform at the championship level, if he didn't have them a Super Bowl and Super Bowl contention in a year or 2 years, who knows what would have happened? The media may have turned on him. You know, the organization looking at him funny. The fans may have started getting fickle with him. Replacing Tom Brady is a hard-ass job. It's a super hard job. They're looking for somebody to come in and beat Tom Brady immediately. And it was just going to be hard to do no matter if Cam came out and threw for 400 yards every single game. It was just going to be it's hard living up to those type of expectations and filling those type of shoes. So I feel like, man, I don't know. Cam, I don't know how this is going to work over there. I knew they had brought in weapons for him, so I was like, okay, they got some weapons over there, so that would be nice, but I just didn't know how everything was going to play out. I just was like, I don't know, man. This is not his organization. They got supreme expectations for this organization, man. I don't know, but I'm happy to see him with the organization he started with, and I'm happy to see him back happy. He loves the game of football, and I knew he had a lot of football left in him. Even when he got released, I'm like, he got a lot of football left to play. What, 32 years old? We seeing guys like Tom Brady playing till they 44. Now Tom Brady is an anomaly, but quarterbacks can play for a very long time, especially how the NFL is played today. Now, Cam is a guy that likes to run and move and mobile, so he's going to get hit more. But at the same time, the quarterback lifespan is very lengthy. So I feel like he has a lot of football left to play. This is the show improved year. To end this season off, to finish out the season, is just, I want to see Cam play well so that he can get him another shot, get him a good solid contract to play on, and go out there and compete. Because he's the ultimate competitor. Dude is game as hell. Cam game any week. He game as hell, and he up for the challenge. He doesn't seem weary. He doesn't seem like he's I don't see trepidation when I see that young brother in anything he's doing. So again, and what do Carolina got to lose at this point? Try to make yourself a playoff push. So I'm ready to see what this team, what this squad can do with Cam Newton at the reins. But I'm really excited for him. I'm really excited for him, man. He just brings a breath of fresh air wherever he goes, and his energy is contagious all around. The energy he has is contagious all around, and that organization needs that. That organization needs that for sure. Yeah, man. But the score on both of your touches, the job of the quarterback is to get him to the end zone. He did it twice. Now, to be fair, he didn't play no full game. We don't see the full body of work. I'm ready to see a full body of work from Cam, a full game, and to see where we can go. Again, it's going to be some rust. He hasn't played in an NFL game in quite some time now. So it's going to take a little minute. But I'm excited to see where he will go from here. And I'm just excited to see that he back in the league, man. I just don't think it's 32 guys out there better than him. And I don't think he should be sitting on the couch at home. Now, my boy Melvin told me after he made the YouTube video, he felt like that didn't help his chances after he had the sit-down discussion after the release with his father, the whole production put behind it. People probably might be looking like, oh, no, Cam ass too Hollywood. He too, he too into the media field. Maybe he making a progression into another career. Maybe he don't want to play football, so on and so forth. But I'm looking like, man, listen. Somebody going to get hurt. Somebody going to get dinged up. Some team is going to be thirsty to try to make a push. They're going to have to go to that brother and see what he can do. Because I'm sorry, if Nathan Peterman and them keep getting second chance after opportunity after opportunity. Now, again, they were never starting quarterbacks, so they probably don't have that persona or that, not the bravado or the ego of a starting quarterback, but whatever. But again, Nathan Peterman, I watched Nathan Peterman throw 5 picks in one half. After that shit, I don't care. Cam Newton needs to be in the NFL, regardless. You see certain dudes like that, like, oh, hell no. He needs to be in the NFL. Matt Barkley and them, come on, bro. Like, for real, like, Cam needs to be in the NFL. He's back in the NFL, and he's back where he belongs with the Carolina Panthers. QB1 is back. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this acquisition. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the future, Cam Newton's future in Carolina, his future as a quarterback in the NFL. What y'all think about his first game back? Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.